Hey you, welcome to my channel. It's really good to have you here. This is going to be an interesting video, so hit that subscribe button, turn on notification as well because there is more where this came from. This video, I'm going to be fulfilling a promise I made many months ago. So in my Abacha video, I promised that I was going to remix that particular recipe, as in like customize it to my own taste. And yeah, I keep my words. Like, my talk is not cheap. If I say I'm going to do it, best believe I'm going to do it. And today is that day that we're doing it. So let's get right into it. Okay, so the MOC is hilltop abacha. Yeah, I have taken out the abacha and melted it in water. That's why it's cooking. But this is our MOC. It comes with the liquid seasoning, the dry seasoning, and palm oil. So in my last video, I was wondering how is it possible that they were able to achieve this without that potassium. That was the only way I thought they did it. But funny enough, it's not. And oh my god, like, I should have known this because we eat abacha every time in my house, and we have this particular bottle of oil that anytime my mother is making this particular recipe, she asks me to bring it for her. Like, every time I'm making abacha, she'll be like, Chinwe, go and get manu abacha, and I'll go and get it too. It was not when I was not telling her, can you believe that I got this abacha, packaged abacha, and somehow they claimed that they did not use potassium to get this. She told me yes now that potassium is not healthy and all that. Apparently there is a way you can get oil like this straight from the palm, and that was how they got it. And those oils, like, they are special oil. And I told her, but I thought like you got it with potassium and then you would store it. She now told me, really? When did I ever see her do that? She always says that it runs the stomach, but I just never got it, but I get it now. So that is the oil they put here. Yeah, here is the abacha already melted. More on the line are palm oil, crayfish. So this is part of my remixing. I'm going to put ugba or akpaka and kanda. Some people call it kpomo. A lot of more people call it kpomo, but I know it as kanda. And then the oil bean, that's ugba. Some people call it ugba. And I also have ice fish. This is fried ice fish. I had a meal with fish yesterday. Actually, that was my last video, so this is the remaining fish from that particular video. I fried it, and so it's making an appearance. Now I have this abacha spices mix that my mom made for me, and I'm going to put it in this particular recipe because, you know, this pack, it was 3 in the pack that I bought it. The second time I ate it, I used these spices and I loved it. So I was like, I'm also going to, you know, bring it to you guys notice as well. So here it is. Onions. And last but not least, we have salt. Let's get right to it. So this one is going to be a sit down thing since our abacha, like, all the ingredients are pretty much ready. So I'm going to mix it in this bowl. So I know it's not on your eye level, but I'm going to try my best to bringing it up to show you. So I'm also going to use this recipe to make this my customization. So let's get to it. Number 1, I've already done number 1. It said soak abacha, blah blah blah. Number 2, drain completely and rinse with lukewarm water, blah blah blah. I've done it. Number 3, in a separate bowl, mix your wet condiments, palm oil, and liquid seasoning until color changes to orange. So that's what we're going to do right about now. This is hard. So I'm going to squeeze it all in. Then the wet condiments. Wait. This makes me feel like I'm in a lab mixing elements and compounds. Where is my spoon? So I'm going to give it a stir. Can you see? Don't worry, we're coming. Mix, mix, mix. I've been mixing for about a minute and this is all mixed together. It's now orange for my French people. Number 4, add your dry condiments and mix thoroughly. Form a sauce. So here are my dry condiments and I add it, all of it. So here, like I said in the last, go and watch the last video and know what I said is inside here. I gave it a sniff test. So I'm going to mix this, but this is the moment I also add my own touch to it. I guess they were trying to be careful, so the salt they put in their own condiments is not up to my salt taste level, so that's why I added that pinch. Then for crayfish, so this one is to bring something fresh to it, because they also put crayfish in that their dry condiments, but yeah, it's not fresh, so give it a sprinkle. I have my own abacha spice, so just a little, everything is just a dash of it. Remember, our abacha is even small. And now I mix. This is what we have now. This is the paste. The next is add your abacha to the sauce and mix properly. And I do that. Added it. Now I mix. Our abacha is thoroughly mixed now. The next is now it's ready to eat. So according to hilltop abacha, you can get your abacha to this, you're good to go. However, because we are in the meme, we cannot eat our abacha like that. The abacha cannot be naked. This is called a naked abacha. So now I'm going to, give you the decency of clothing. And first of all, what we're going to start with is onions. Yabas. We're going to start with yabas. So give it a good shower. You make it rain on the abacha. Make sure that everywhere you got the drop, the drip drip. Make it rain. And now this abacha, now this was how I ate it the last time. This is a hungry looking abacha. See, it might be your preference, so it just means that you prefer the hungry type. This is actually my type, the hungry one. However, because we are also the meme, and that's like another level of meme, I'm going to get my fish and adorn my abacha. This is like crown prince of Newe. Now this is okay. Like if this is how you eat your abacha, like your standard, good for you. Good for you. So, but I'm not going to stop here because I have more meme. So I'll put this aside and I bring my baka and kanda. Now what I'm going to do to this one is, you're probably wondering, what would she now use her palm oil for? This is it. So now I'm going to drizzle a little bit here and then give it a sprinkle of abacha spice. Let me clean my spoon. Yay, it tastes nice. That was impromptu. We had an impromptu taste test. So I mix it up. Meanwhile, the kanda is boiled, so please don't go and eat raw kanda and say that was how you saw it online. I already boiled the kanda, just made it very, very soft. I love soft food. So now it's all mixed together. I'm going to now, this is called the side. Side because you can do without it. But no, we're not going to do without it because it's a celebration. So I put it here. It's always by the side. Like this, in any abacha preparation or dishing, it's always on the side. So this is our side. It's called nkwobi. A mixture of akpaka and kanda is nkwobi. So this is basically having nkwobi on the side of your abacha. So I put it. Now, this is a living la vida loca looking abacha. In my opinion, the richest way to eat your abacha. My mom would prefer to add akidi because that is actually how we prepare it. Igbo people have different ways of preparing our abacha. My mom, she prefers to also eat it with this anger. and the leaves, orangara and aupangara, like the greens. And yeah, so the sides differ. Like a lot of people, like this abacha, you can keep topping it with different things. Some people will even prefer it with smoked fish. But oh my god, enough of the people and how they're eating their abacha. Anywho, this is my standard. A wet looking abacha with nkwobi on the side, onions, raw onions, and fried ice fish. Now let's give that a taste test. I'm going to cut fish first. Cut out fish. Get small nkwobi and abacha. Get the onions. Put it on top, and then when you scoop, this is what it looks like. Oh my god, it's going to be a big bite, but yeah, the one watching is your problem. Cheers. That was so satisfying. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this, and you are going to continue on with your day and have a lovely one. And until next time, stay wilding and thriving.